The verdict is ugly. One American child is not a cute onesie problem. It is a $312,000 cash drag before college even walks in. That is $17,333 a year, $1,444 a month, and $47.49 every single day for 18 years.
Parents hear that number and flinch because nobody hands them one giant invoice. The bill arrives disguised as rent, groceries, daycare, gas, co-pays, birthday gifts, school fees, and one more subscription nobody remembers approving.
Here's the math. $312,000 is not the price of loving your kid. It is the price of raising that kid inside a system that turns every normal family need into a profit center.
Families make lifestyle choices. Bigger homes, safer neighborhoods, better schools, child care quality, sports, enrichment, and reliable transportation all cost money. The market is responding to parental demand.
That defense sounds clean until you look at the receipt. Parents are not buying luxury every day. They are buying time, sleep, safety, and the right to keep their job after having a baby.
The first trap is housing. Add a child, and suddenly the studio is too small, the one bedroom is temporary, and the school district becomes a financial weapon. Using the classic cost split, housing eats about 29% of the child budget. On $312,000, that is $90,480.
But parents paid rent before the kid. Why count housing as a kid cost?
Because the child changes the floor. You do not rent square footage anymore. You rent bedrooms, school zones, storage, distance from work, distance from grandparents, and a door that closes during nap time.
Housing prices reflect scarcity, zoning, mortgage rates, property taxes, insurance, and local amenities. Families are free to choose a cheaper area.
Free to choose? That is the polite phrase for being priced out. A cheaper area often charges you back in commute time, weaker child care options, higher transportation costs, or schools that push parents toward tutoring.
The second trap is food. A child does not just eat dinner. A child eats breakfast before breakfast, snacks after snacks, rejected fruit, school lunches, growth spurts, birthday cupcakes, and emergency drive-through meals after practice. At 18% of the stack, food comes to $56,160.
That is not gourmet parenting. That is cereal, milk, chicken, pasta, fruit, lunchboxes, and the quiet tax of food waste.
And food gets emotional. Parents overbuy because running out feels like failure. Grocery stores know this. Kid packaging, cartoon labels, tiny portions, and convenience packs turn parental guilt into margin.
The third trap is childcare and education before college. At 16%, the rough slice is $49,920, but that understates the early years punch. Childcare bills hit when parents are least financially prepared, right after birth, right when medical bills land, right when one parent is sleep-deprived and trying to stay employed.
Childcare is expensive because staffing ratios are strict, rent is high, insurance is high, and caregivers deserve wages. Quality care cannot be produced at discount bin prices.
True, caregivers deserve more. But here is the dirty math. Parents pay crushing prices, workers still earn modest wages, and the gap gets swallowed by rent, insurance, compliance, debt, and a business model that never scaled for normal families.
So parents are not just paying for care. They are paying to remain in the labor force.
Exactly. Daycare is the cover charge for having a job. Miss the payment, and the parent loses hours. Lose hours, and the family loses income. Lose income, and the $312,000 child cost starts multiplying through debt. The fourth trap is transportation. At 15%, that is $46,800. A baby seat turns a small car into a problem. School pickup turns one car living into a scheduling war. Activities turn gasoline into a weekly subscription.
Transportation is a normal household expense. Families select vehicles based on safety, space, and convenience. Those preferences naturally raise costs.
The system calls it preference when the parent calls it survival. If childcare closes at 6 o'clock and work ends at 5:30 across town, you are not optimizing. You are racing fees, traffic, and shame.
Then come health costs, right?
Yes. Healthcare takes about 9%, or $28,080. Pediatric visits, dental cleanings, glasses, prescriptions, urgent care, braces deposits, therapy waitlists, insurance deductibles, and the copay that lands after the fever breaks. The medical bill never cares that the kid finally feels better.
And nobody budgets for the weird stuff: the inhaler, the speech evaluation, the specialist visit, the broken tooth, the school form appointment, the medicine that insurance treats like a character flaw.
Clothing looks small at 6%, around $18,720, but it is the most insulting category because kids outgrow the evidence. Shoes fit in September and fail by January. Jackets vanish. Socks become currency. Sports uniforms arrive with deadlines.
Then the miscellaneous bucket is where the hidden math gets mean.
Correct. At 7%, miscellaneous is $21,840. That bucket is birthday parties, teacher gifts, backpacks, haircuts, holiday photos, apps, replacement water bottles, lost library books, class donations, summer camp deposits, and the little purchases that make parents feel cheap when they say no.
Many of those purchases are optional. Families can set boundaries, choose public programs, buy used items, and decline activities.
Optional is a dangerous word. The child hears everyone else is going. The school assumes every parent has a printer, a car, a credit card, and a free afternoon. The economy calls it optional because admitting it is social pressure makes the invoice look predatory.
Now add the silent monster, unpaid labor. The $312,000 number does not fully price the parent who wakes at 3:12 a.m., packs lunch, manages appointments, researches camps, compares shoes, fills forms, cleans puke, monitors homework, and absorbs the panic so the child can feel normal.
So the official bill misses the work parents do for free.
It misses the career penalty too. One parent turns down overtime. One parent accepts a flexible job with lower pay. One parent skips a promotion because school pickup has no mercy. That lost income is not sentimental. It is compounding damage.
This is why the real cost of having kids is not one number. The $312,000 is the visible floor. It excludes college. It excludes private school. It excludes major medical disasters. It excludes fertility treatment. It excludes unpaid labor. It excludes the raise you never got because your calendar became a battlefield.
Parenthood has always involved sacrifice. Families also receive emotional rewards, tax benefits, public schooling, community support, and long-term meaning that no spreadsheet can capture.
Meaning is real. The bill is real too. Love does not cancel math. A parent can adore a child and still be financially cornered by a country that underfunds care, underbuilds housing, and treats family time as a private inconvenience.
What is the brutal verdict for someone planning a family right now?
Do not ask, can we afford a baby? That question is too small. Ask, can we absorb an extra $1,444 a month without wrecking rent, retirement, insurance, and emergency savings? That is the adult question.
And ask who pays when the plan breaks. If grandma gets sick, daycare closes, hours get cut, rent jumps, or the second car dies, the hidden math chooses a victim fast.
Here is the hard side. America sells children as a private joy and prices them like a luxury product. The child is not the scam. The pricing system around the child is the scam.
So the $312,000 number is not anti-kid. It is anti-pretending.
Exactly. Pretending is expensive. Pretending that childcare is just a phase. Pretending a bigger apartment is optional. Pretending groceries are controllable. Pretending parents can budget their way around a broken care economy. The numbers do not reward denial.
Families still have agency. Planning, saving early, using secondhand goods, sharing care, choosing modest activities, and setting firm limits reduce pressure.
Yes, tactics matter. But tactics are not the same as freedom. Coupons cannot fix a $13,000 child care year. Hand-me-downs cannot fix rent. Meal prep cannot fix a job that punishes school pickup.
So here is the practical rule: before the baby, build a child budget using the ugly number. Start with $1,444 a month. Break it into housing, care, food, transport, health, clothing, and chaos. If the budget only works when nothing goes wrong, it does not work.
That sounds harsh.
Harsh is better than shocked. The hidden math of parenting is that small humans create adult invoices. The stroller is not the cost. The crib is not the cost. The cost is redesigning your life around someone who has needs every hour and no income.
And stop shaming parents for saying it out loud. Talking about the cost does not make them selfish. It makes them honest. Silence helps the industries collecting the money.
The final verdict: having kids in America costs about $312,000 before college, and the real number climbs when lost wages, unpaid labor, and broken systems enter the room. This is verdict 004. The numbers don't lie. What's your hidden math? Drop it below.